السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ثم أما بعد، فنتابع درسنا في شرح رسالة أصول السنة لإمام أهل السنة الإمام أحمد بن حنبل رحمه الله تعالى. We'll continue our class in the explanation of the treaty أصول السنة, the foundations of Sunnah, by the Imam of Ahl السنة الإمام أحمد بن حنبل رحمه الله تعالى. ووصلنا إلى كلام المصنف رحمه الله في قتال اللصوص والخوارج. We reach where the author رحمه الله talked about fighting against criminals, thieves, and any attackers. حيث قال المصنف رحمه الله, so the author رحمه الله said, وقتال اللصوص والخوارج جائز. So fighting against thieves and khawarij is permissible إذا عرضوا للرجل في نفسه وماله فله أن يقاتل عن نفسه وماله. So if they attack someone either for himself, for to harm him physically, or to take his wealth, it is permissible for him to defend himself and to defend his wealth. ويدفع عنها بكل ما يقدر, and to fight them off with whatever he could. وليس له إذا فارقوه أو تركوه أن يطلبهم. It is not permissible for him, if they leave him, to try to seek them. ولا يتبع آثارهم. And he should not try to follow them and find and track them down. ليس لأحد إلا الإمام أو ولاة المسلمين. It is not for anyone except for the leader, or the appointees and those who are in charge of the Muslims. وإنما له أن يدفع عن نفسه في مقامه ذلك. But rather, it is permissible for him to defend himself in that state of his, in that place where he is. وينوي بجهده أن لا يقتل أحدا. And he should intend with whatever he could in trying to defend himself that he doesn't want to kill anyone. فإن مات على يديه في دفعه عن نفسه في المعركة فأبعد الله المقتول. So if he dies while he was defending himself, if the attacker dies, so he ends up killing the attacker in self-defense, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept away the one who was killed. وإن قتل هذا في تلك الحال وهو يدفع عن نفسه وماله رجوت له الشهادة أو رجيت له الشهادة. And if he dies while he's defending himself, then it is hoped that, or I hope that he will be a shaheed, a martyr. كما جاء في الأحاديث وجميع الآثار في هذا إنما أمر بقتاله ولم يؤمر بقتله ولا اتباعه. As we find in the ahadith and the narrations in regards to that he is commanded to fight him, not to kill him, ولا اتباعه, nor to track him and follow him, ولا يزيز عليه إن صرع أو كان جريحا. So he should not attack him if he was injured or he became injured. وإن أخذه أسيرا فليس له أن يقتله. And if he takes him as a prisoner, it is not permissible for him to kill him. ولا يقيم عليه الحد, nor should he punish him with a legal punishment. ولكن يرفع أمره إلى من ولاه الله فيحكم فيه. And rather, he should take his matter to the one who is in charge, who is appointed and who is in charge, so that he will judge in regards to him. يعني يفيدنا المصنف رحمه الله في هذا الباب. So the author رحمه الله adds this benefit in regards in this chapter فيما يتعلق في قتال الصائلين والبغاة. This is in regards to fighting off the attackers and the criminals, the thieves. يعني وهذا ينبغي أن يعرف وينبغي أن يعرف الإنسان هذه الأحكام. It is important for one to know these rulings and what is concerning self-defense. فيبين رحمه الله يعني ما يتعلق بإذا جاء الإنسان يعني يعني أحد من الصائلين أو من البغاة ودخل عليه داره مثلا، أو حاول أن يأخذه أو أن يأخذ ماله أو غير ذلك مما يفعله المجرمون واللصوص. So the author rahimahullah mentioned what is concerning if someone breaks into someone else's house or tries to kidnap him, for example, or try to steal his wealth, or other than this, from what the criminals and the thieves do. وبين أنه يجوز أن يقاتل، أن يدافع عن نفسه وماله. So the author rahimahullah mentioned that it is permissible for him to defend himself and to defend his wealth. وكذلك أن يدافع عن عرضه وعن أولاده. Likewise, that it is permissible for him to defend his honor, to defend to defend his relatives and his loved ones and his children. بل ذكر بعض أهل العلم أن ذلك واجب. Rather, some of the people of knowledge, they mentioned that that is obligatory. وهو الراجح, and this is the stronger opinion, that أنه يجب على الإنسان أن يدافع عن نفسه وعن عرضه وعن ماله وعن بيته. That it is obligatory upon the person to defend himself, to defend his wealth, to defend his spouse, to defend his children, his family, his loved ones. إذا دخل عليه لص مثلا يجب عليه أن يدفعه وأن يقاتله على الراجح. So if a thief, for example, breaks into his house, it is obligatory upon him to fight him and to defend himself and his wealth and his house and his family. ولكن يذكر لنا المصنف رحمه الله يعني ما يجوز له أن يفعله. But the author رحمه الله gives us the conditions and what is upon him and what is permissible for him to defend himself with. ويعني أصل هذه المسألة ما ذكره النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So this topic is based upon the statement of the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقد سأله رجل وقال له أرأيت إن أراد رجل أخذ مالي. A man came to the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم and he said to him, do you see that if someone tries to take my possessions, tries to steal from me, قال لا تعطيه. He said, do not give him. قال فإن قاتلني. He said, if he fights me. قال قاتله. He said, fight against him. قال فإن قتلني. He said, what happens if he kills me? قال فأنت شهيد. The Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, then you are a martyr. فمن قتل في دفاعه عن ماله كما هو واضح من هذا الحديث فهو شهيد. So from this we find that if one gets killed while defending his possessions and his defending himself, then he is a martyr. He is a shaheed. قال فإن قتلته. He said, what if I kill him? إن قتل هذا المعتدي الظالم الجائر الباغي. So he said, what if I kill him? If he kills the thief, if he kills the attacker, the offender. قال في النار. يعني أنه في النار. So the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, then he is in the hellfire. فهذا واضح وهذا دليل. وهذا الحديث أخرجه الإمام مسلم رحمه الله. So this hadith is reported and collected by Imam Muslim. وهذا دليل واضح على مشروعية قتال البغاة بل على وجوبه لقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قاتله. فهذا أمر، والأمر قوله لا تعطيه. يعني لو جاءه شخص وقال له أعطني مالك لا يعطيه. فإن قاتله على ماله فينبغي عليه أن يقاتل وأن يدافع عن نفسه وعن ماله وعن عرضه كما مر معنا وكما ذكرنا سابقا. So this is an evidence, as some of the people of knowledge, they said the stronger opinion is that it is obligatory to fight him. So if someone comes and tries to rob the person, that he should not, and he tells him to give him his possessions or his wealth or the money, his money, he should not give it to him. And if he fights him, he should fight back, as in this hadith. And that if he kills him, then if the person kills in self-defense, then that is permissible, and the one who's killed is in the hellfire. And if he gets killed while defending himself, then he is a martyr. هذا يدل على أن إذا الإنسان قتل الباغي والظالم فإنه لا شيء عليه، ويكون هذا الظالم في النار. وإن قتل دفاعا عن نفسه فإنه يكون شهيدا. ولكن ينبغي التنبه لمسألة. But we should point out a matter and a topic. كثير من الناس يحمل هذا الحديث وأمثاله على قتال وعلى مشروعية قتال ولي الأمر الظالم، وهذا حمل باطل، وقولهم هذا غير صحيح، لأن ولي الأمر الظالم قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأمر بالسمع والطاعة، قال ولو أخذ مالك وضرب ظهرك. فأمر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بالسمع والطاعة ولو أخذ مال الإنسان. So many people, there's something to point out. Many people, they take this hadith regarding fighting thieves and attackers and offenders, and they use it to say that it is permissible to fight against the tyrant ruler. And this is incorrect, because in regards to the tyrant ruler, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that you have to hear and obey, as even if he takes your wealth, then hits your back, that you do not oppose him, that you do not revolt against him. So this is false understanding on their part. وأيضا فيما يتعلق بقتال اللصوص والصائلين والبغاة، قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من قتل دون نفسه فهو شهيد، ومن قتل دون ماله فهو شهيد، ومن قتل دون دينه فهو شهيد. Likewise, the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said in regards to fighting attackers, offenders, thieves, criminals, that whomsoever gets killed while defending himself, then he is a shaheed, he's a martyr. And whoever gets killed while defending his wealth, then he is a shaheed likewise. And whomsoever gets killed while defending his religion is also a shaheed. فهذه الأحاديث تدل على ما ذكره المصنف رحمه الله. Those ahadith, they tell us are evidences in regards to what the author رحمه الله mentioned. ولكن كما قلنا ذكر المصنف رحمه الله الضوابط فيما يتعلق بذلك. So the author رحمه الله mentioned the principles in regards to what is concerning self-defense and fighting in self-defense. وهو قوله إذا عرضوا قال إذا عرضوا للرجل في نفسه وماله فله أن يقاتل عن نفسه وماله. So the author رحمه الله said if they come to attack the person and physically attack him or to take his wealth, then it is permissible for him to fight, to defend himself and to defend his wealth. قال ويدفع عنها بكل ما يقدر, and he should defend them with whatever he could. هذا يدلنا على جواز استخدام القوة بل والسلاح في دفع اللصوص ودفع المجرمين. And this is an evidence that it is permissible even to use weapons in self-defense and in fighting against criminals if they come to rob the person, for example. وكذلك في قوله رحمه الله وليس له إذا فارقوه أو تركوه أن يطلبهم, and it is not permissible for him if they leave him off to go and seek them and look for them and attempt to look for them فليس له إذا فارقوه أو تركوه أن يطلبهم، يعني لا يجوز للإنسان إذا دفع المجرم أو استطاع يعني أن يدفع اللص والمجرم فهرب منه، فلا يحق له أن يذهب ويبحث عنهم. So it is not permissible. So for example, if someone defends himself against an attacker, a thief, someone who breaks in, so he uses whatever he could to defend himself, and they end up running away, they escape. It is not permissible for him to go and look for them and seek them and track them down. ولا يتبع آثارهم, nor should he look for track them. فهذا لا يجوز. ليس لأحد إلا الإمام أو ولاة المسلمين. It is not permissible. This is not permissible for anyone except for the ruler, except for the Muslim ruler. وإنما له أن يدفع عن نفسه في مقامه ذلك. يعني دخل على الإنسان في بيته لص. An example, so it is not permissible. He's only allowed to defend himself in that place of his. يعني مثلا دخل على الإنسان في بيته لص. For example, a thief breaks into someone's house. فله أن يدفع هذا اللص. It is permissible for him to fight this thief. وكما قلنا قال بعض أهل العلم يجب. وهذا الراجح. Some of the people of knowledge, they mentioned that it is obligatory to fight that thief. And this is the stronger opinion. It is obligatory upon him to defend himself and to try to fight this thief who is breaking into his house. فحصل منه مثلا أنه استخدم سلاحا فأصابه. For example, he used a weapon and he hit him. أو أن هذا اللص لما شعر أن هناك أحد في البيت هرب. Or that the thief, as soon as he noticed that there's someone in the house, he runs away. طيب هل يخرج خلفه ويحاول أن يبحث عنه ثم يسأل من الذي فعل هذا ويحاول أن يبحث عنه ويفعل شيئا من ذلك؟ لا، هذا هذا الأمر لولاة الأمور. وإنما الذي يجب عليه هو أن يخبر ولاة الأمور أو من قام مقامهم من الشرطة أو غير ذلك من الأمن، وهم هم يقومون بهذا. هم الذين يتحرون ويبحثون ويسألون حتى يصلوا إلى هؤلاء المجرمين. So if someone, again, he breaks into his house, he defends himself, and the thief runs away, the criminal runs away, does he go and track him down, try to find who he is? No, it is not permissible for him. At that point, this is the job of the rulers or any cops, law enforcement. So what he's supposed to do is go and report what happened to law enforcement and let them handle that. Law enforcement, police, they are responsible, and it is their job, as they are appointed by the rulers to go and find criminals and offenders, to go and seek them and track them down. قال وينوي بجهده ألا يقتل أحدا. لما يقاتله، إذا قاتله بعد أن دخل إلى بيته مثلا، لا يريد، ليس في نيته، ينبغي أن لا تكون في نيته أن يقتله، وإنما أن يدفعه وأن يتخلص من هذا المجرم. So his intent should not be immediately to kill this criminal, to kill this thief or this individual who broke into his house, for example. This should not be his intent from the get-go. And rather, what he should be trying to do is to stop his harm, to stop him in his track and stop his harm and prevent his harm. قال فإن مات على يديه في دفعه عن نفسه في المعركة فأبعد الله المقتول. أنه ليس عليه شيء. إن حصل أنه قتله، سواء قتله بيده أو قتله بسلاح يعني من سكين أو غيره، أو قتله بما في هذا الزمان من الأسلحة النارية أو غير ذلك في دفاعه عن نفسه وعن بيته وعن أهله وعن ماله وعن عرضه، هذا ليس عليه شيء، فأبعد الله المقتول كما قلنا، فهو في النار. So if he ends up killing him in self-defense, then Allah has rid him of the one who is killed. Meaning that he killed him. He, of course, as we mentioned, his intent should not be to kill him immediately, but he was not able to stop him except by killing him. This was the only way for him to prevent his harm. Whether he kills him with his hand, with a knife, or with a firearm, regardless of what it is, if he kills him, he has killed him in self-defense. There's nothing against him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has rid him of that attacker. And he is in the fire, as we mentioned before from the hadith. وإن قتل هذا في تلك الحال وهو يدفع عن نفسه وماله رجوت له الشهادة. And if he gets killed while defending himself or his wealth, then I hope for him that he is a martyr. كما ذكر في الحديث، كما ذكرنا في الحديث آنفا. قال كما جاء في الأحاديث وجميع الآثار في هذا إنما أمر بقتاله ولم يؤمر بقتله ولا اتباعه. As was mentioned as came in the ahadith and the narrations, that he was ordered to fight him, and he was not commanded to kill him or to go and look for him and track him down. كما ذكرنا الأحاديث إنما تذكر قتاله فقاتله فإن قتل فهو شهيد وإن قتله فالمقتول يعني المجرم هذا يكون في النار. So what he was commanded with is to fight him, not to kill him. But if it just so happens that the thief gets killed, then he is in the fire. And if it happens that the one who is defending himself gets killed, then inshallah he is a martyr. But he was not commanded from the get-go, from the start, to try and attempt to kill him. What اتباعي, nor to go and look for him and track him down. لم تأتي الأحاديث بذلك. هذا حق من حقوق ولاة الأمور وليس لأحد الناس أن يفعلوا هذا. This is something that is for the Muslim rulers, and it is not for individuals to go and do that. ولا يجهز عليه إن صرع أو كان جريحا. يعني دخل شخص إلى بيتي مثلا فطعنه، يعني صاحب البيت طعن السارق بسكين مثلا، أو أصابه بطلق بسلاح ناري مثلا فصرعه، يعني سقط على الأرض ولكنه لم يمت. هل يأتي ويعني يقتله بعد أن صرع وبعد أن سقط على الأرض جريحا؟ لا يجوز، لأنه بصرعه وسقوطه على الأرض لم انتهى خطره، فيترك الأمر كما قلنا. يعني في هذه الحال فإنه يسلمه للشرطة أو للأمن. So if an attacker, so the Author rahimahullah said, if he was injured, he should not try to kill him. He should not kill him. So an example, an attacker comes to one's house and the homeowner, he either, for example, stabs the attacker, the thief, or he hits him with something where he injures him, or he shoots him with a firearm, for example, and he falls on the ground. Is no longer able to fight, meaning the thief is no longer able to fight. Does he go and shoot him again, or stab him, or slaughter him, or kill him? No. Because as soon as he injured him to the point where he is incapacitated, no longer able to fight, then he should at that point call law enforcement, and the rest is their job. It is not his job. he should not go and kill him. قال وإن أخذه أسيرا فليس له أن يقتله. فلو مثلا استطاع قدر عليه وأخذه، يعني أخذه أسيرا، هل يقتله أو يقيم عليه الحد؟ يقول أنت لص مثلا وسأقطع يدك، أو يقول له مثلا أنت يعني من قطاع الطرق وسيقيم عليه مثلا حد الحرابة. لا، هذا يرجع كما قلنا هذا للإمام، وإنما هو يسلمه للمسؤولين، لقوات الأمن مثلا. So if he, for example, if he captures him, so the author rahimahullah, he said, if he captures him, is it permissible for him to kill him or to establish the legal punishment upon him? No, it is not permissible. And rather, if he captures him, he should give him, as we mentioned, to law enforcement, and they deal with the rest. قال ولكن يرفع أمره إلى من ولاه الله فيحكم فيه. كما قلنا يسلمه للأمن، وهم وولاة الأمور والقضاء هم الذين يحكمون فيه. So rather he should give him to law enforcement, and then he will be taken to court, and that's where he is dealt with. فلا يجوز له أن يقيم عليه الحد بنفسه. It is not permissible for him to punish him with a legal punishment or to kill him. هذا لا يجوز لأحد. It is not permissible for anyone. ولعلنا نكتفي بهذا، ولكن لا شك أن هذا الموضوع مهم. There's no doubt that this is an important topic. فلا يجوز للإنسان أن ينتقل من أن يكون مظلوما إلى أن يصير ظالما، أو إلى أن يصبح يعني يكون مظلوما ثم ينتقل فيصير يعني عاصيا، بأن مثلا يبحث عن المجرم وأن يتبعه ويتبع آثاره. هذا لا يجوز. So this is an important topic because there's, as is said, there's a fine line between being an oppressed and an oppressor. One should not move from because he was oppressed, become an oppressor. هذا لا يجوز. It is not permissible. ونكتفي بهذا، وأسأل الله تعالى بأسمائه الحسنى وصفاته العلى أن يرزقنا العلم النافع والعمل الصالح، إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، استغفرك ونتوب إليك.